Alright. Hello. Welcome to week 22 of the Last Blade 2 tournament. With me on commentary today is Lightspeed Lucas.
Hey. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that seems like... Alright,
Sorry.
there are a few people who haven't checked in yet, so if you want to participate, please make sure you've done that. Refresh the page and whatnot. But before that, let's go ahead and read over the rules. Just make sure everyone's on the same page. So, first off, the tournament will be held on Fightcade. As such, you must enter with your Fightcade username or something similar to it. Otherwise, you risk disqualification due to any confusion caused between a discretion between your challenge and Fightcade usernames. Kiryu is banned due to SNK boss syndrome. Lee's Antetsu AC glitch is banned. You'll forfeit the game if you use jump AC to cancel the recovery of another move. This is because it leads to a bunch of really crazy block strings and stuff, and it's just generally unhealthy. Intentionally crashing or soft locking the game is banned. This should go without saying. Inserting coins after the round starts is banned because it will drop frames, and that is going to screw up a lot of combos and setups. Loops are limited to 2 repetitions per combo. Okaide J236 cancels, and Speed Lee, Speed Zan air chains are limited to 2 uses per combo. Basically, you only get to cancel a move in the air twice. This is just because it causes so much confusion with what properly defines a loop with these characters. So, ultimately, it's just better to go about it this way. No macros, turbos, etc. outside of the official Fightcade macros. If your net is deemed unplayable, you will be disqualified, and this extends to playing on AES BIOS, because that will cause desyncs. The format is best of 3 rounds per game, timer set to normal, all handicaps at their default values, and all meters unmasked. There's no real way to mess with these without causing desyncs anyways, so don't really worry about it. Matches are best of 3 until finals. Winners, losers, and grand finals are all best of 5. Please wait for a match to be called on stream before playing. Playing ahead without permission will result in the match being reset or potentially disqualification. Failure to arrive within 10 minutes of your match will result in disqualification, and please remember to check in 1 hour before the tournament starts. If you have not, you will be disqualified very shortly. So I'm going to go process check-ins and shuffle the brackets. Alright. The tournament is officially underway.
Hell yeah.
I apologize for the frame drops. Challenge is giving me literally all of the ads right now. I think they added more somehow. But
Also,
anyways,
Playball did not check in. That's unfortunate.
yeah, relatively small showing, but oh well. Up first, let's go ahead and watch Froki Ninja versus Ardan Infinito. Please play your match.
These are the HFTF players. I don't know who Froki plays actually. I think it's Setsuna.
Alright, they're in.
Woohoo.
Alright, names are backwards, but... we have Ardan Infinito on Hibiki and Froki Ninja on Setsuna.
I have never seen Froki play, so this will be a doozy.
Yep. I'm not entirely sure how this matchup goes. It's probably going to come down mostly to whoever pushes buttons first loses. But I know the really big thing about this matchup is that Hibiki has no real answer to JB besides deflect, which is huge for pretty obvious reasons if you've ever seen Setsuna play, because in power it leads to all of his damage, it's got a gigantic disjoint, it's a multi-hit, so it's basically impossible to fuzzy guard. It's just a really nasty button. The only real issue with it is it's slow, but Hibiki can't really challenge Setsuna at that range. Alright, Floki Ninja whiffs DP on block. Ardan does not punish it.
Floki Ninja pressing too much stuff, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs to play a lot more patiently. Hibiki's biggest weakness is by far the fact that basically everything she does takes an eternity to whiff if she doesn't actually hit anything.
That's the charm of her.
Yeah, and Setsuna 6B is actually hits pretty damn hard in power, so it's not a bad idea to just sit at half screen and just shimmy Hibiki to force her to push a bad button. But it's kind of hard to do that when you lack life lead.
He's just running and jumping back.
Alright, gets the JB, drops the combo.
No, that drops it.
With super, Ardan punishes, doesn't quite kill. And trades with the 2-3-6. I should probably get something to drink after this, but oh well, 2020 hindsight. Looks like we might see Froki counterpick a new mode.
Nope, sticking to power. They're probably typing in chat.
Maybe.
There's no way with desync.
Oh yeah, by the way, oh, did it crash?
Froze for me.
Froze for me too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crash.
Oh man, if any of them are in AES, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Froki's game was in AES.
Well,
that's pretty bad.
Well, at least he caught it. They don't desync round 1, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, that game was legit.
It's against the rules if it causes disruptions, but in this case it did not. AES doesn't actually... If you're playing on the wrong BIOS, it actually doesn't do anything the first game.
Yeah, that doesn't happen with other games, right?
Yeah, Last Blade is kind of an odd case, because the BIOS mostly causes desyncs. It causes desyncs as you enter the character select screen, but the save state is actually just beyond that. So it actually won't cause issues game 1.
That's pretty lucky.
If they started the next round, then yeah, they would have forfeit the game. Anyways, we just gotta wait for them to get back in.
And they're in.
They're in. But yeah, another big thing to keep in mind is please don't watch the stream while playing. And also, once you win a round, please spend a little time on the win screen, because otherwise it could potentially end the spectator client early. So we don't know who actually dealt the killing blow. That's never fun. Fight Gate Neo Geo Jank, but getting back into this, Froki Ninja goes for an unsafe overhead, Ardan punishes accordingly.
We're not trading with JB.
Yeah, but that's actually not a favorable trade, which is a huge problem. It's the main reason why this matchup is considered to be relatively bad for Hibiki. No one can really agree on how bad it is, though. No matter who you ask, someone's going to say something different. But at best, this is even for Hibiki.
But are they faint to deflect?
Yeah, that's the argument that...
Whoa,
Oh!
that was pretty sick.
Good read from Ardan, catching the 6B startup.
And he don't feel. Just press 2A or something. No!
Oh! Tries to go for an
What?
empty hop, but
Yeah.
Froakie is having none of it. Alright, fade back. Goes for JB, doesn't get it. Whiffs an anti-air, Ardan fails to punish. Probably should have just gone for 6B.
Ardan not deflecting at all. Pretty weird.
To be fair, Froakie has been leaving himself unsafe during a lot of block strain, so it's probably better to just take that punish rather than risking a deflect, which can be baited.
I see.
Alright, Ardan going for some JBs, gets a hit.
DNB.
Goes for TM, but gets stuffed by 2A. Alright, both are in desperation. Any hit could kill.
Oh, he's fishing for 2C DM.
Probably not the best idea in this matchup.
What a drop. Just throw, dude.
I don't think throw would kill at this point. Oh, well, if Ardan got it, yeah, he would. But it's really hard to throw Setsuna because his strings are so big.
Afterwards. And that's pretty good damage.
Yeah, Hibiki throw does great damage, but Setsuna's not so much. It's not 25%. Ardan leaving himself pretty unsafe. Froakie leaving himself pretty unsafe. Ardan not really doing anything to punish.
Frog has the life lead now. This is dangerous.
Just got in the frame trap. Just poking each other now. Whiffs a deflect. Ardan fails to punish.
Oh,
Going for some empty hop lows.
Nice.
And gets 2C into DM. That'll take it. Ardan wins the set.
It was pretty swift.
Alright, up next we have the same Okama versus Dracula X. Please play your match.
No, Arcanox forgot to check in. Unfortunate.
Yeah, don't forget that if you sign up for a challenge tournament and you weren't within an hour of the tournament starting, you need to show up within that time frame in order to check in. Because otherwise, people just completely forget about the tournament and don't show up.
Yeah, and
it slows down the brackets. Sometimes gives people multiple buys, which is not a good situation.
Oh, Samuel's going Shingen.
EX Shigen.
Oh, EX Shigen.
Classic.
He needs the counter. Or whatever the super is.
Yeah, Samo's whole mentality about it is that EX Shigen is generally more rewarding if you play right, and since Shigen is already losing so hard if you play wrong, the penalty for EX really isn't that great outside of the meter, but you can pretty easily end up in desperation still, so you can still abuse counter. Which is a very strong tool for Shigen. Alright, gets the combo. OTG throw. What's for breakfast? JC. Drac holding back, not punishing the claws.
Back.
And that'll kill.
And I really like this fella for Shigen. The black hair. It's pretty cool.
Alright, Dracula gets the dive kick, gets the DM confirmed.
Yeah.
One thing... Oh, good
JB.
deflect. But one thing Kagami really has going for him is that Shigen is very tall, so he can do a lot of instant overhead shenanigans that would break a lot of otherwise options. Like, goes for the full DM conversion on block, gets blown up for it, taking the round and in turn the game.
That was a very unfortunate drop deflect.
Alright, gonna see a counter pick. Speed. Alright, that should give Kagami a lot more options for pressure, and also, pretty tight loop. I don't know if Dracula has it down yet, but I know he's been practicing it. So maybe we'll see that.
No, what's the Kagami loop?
2C, 4A... I think it's just another 2C after that? I don't remember.
Overhead? Oh, doesn't get anything.
I don't remember the notation for it. All I know is that 2C4A is a one frame, and it's a little situational because of pushback. But if you actually manage to land it, it does absurd damage even in speed or EX. Alright, Samurai getting the command throw.
No, that's gonna be it.
Alright, Samo's on match point. Not giving Drac room to breathe, and it's showing. Still Drac's turn. Samo contests the overhead. Now in the corner. Drac blocks correctly.
Pressure. It's amazing.
Yeah, Shigen pressure is deceptively good in speed and EX.
If you grab yet again, Dracula on desperation.
Samo really making the most of Shigen 4A. It's a very active jab, and it's pretty high up, so it can catch people jumping. And closes it with a mid. Alright. Give me 1 second, but up next we'll have Lightspeed Lucas.
Yeah, there was another 2-0.
Alright.
Yeah, we're in the game.
Oh, so you are. Alright, we have Okaide Yuki. Alright. So, the thing about this matchup is that both of these characters really want to do... Ooh, Lightspeed Lucas opening up with a pretty solid loop. But yeah, the big thing about this matchup is that both these characters want to do the same thing, but Okaide is generally better at it in my opinion, because they're both pretty equal in neutral, because their pokes contest each other pretty consistently, and their fireballs usually aren't anyone's favor. However, once Okaide gets his game plan rolling, he's got significantly more damage output than Yuki, especially in power speed matchups, because this loop does a ton of damage, as shown there. Alright, gets the DP afterwards, good old American resets. So yeah, I think that alone already makes Okaide a lot better in this matchup, since Yuki's DP is really slow, so she can't really whip it out at closer ranges. So she has to go for a deflect, which Okaide is very good at baiting. Alright, gets the 2-1 conversion, and there it is. Lightspeed Lucas takes game 1, quite convincingly. Alright, whiffs 6B at round start, gets punished for it, but gets to deflect. Eats the frame trap. Yuki frame trap is very unassuming, but it's actually incredibly advantageous and actually does a decent bit of damage, considering the range you landed at. That fireball is actually something you don't want to get hit by, especially in power, but still not so in speed. Lightspeed Luffy's going for a loop again, drops it, but ends up catching her with the tech chase. Very solid play, already on match point. Blog Day doesn't seem to know how to deal with the J236 loops and pressure. Alright, gets the loop. Gets the American reset after, and Blog Day finally getting rewarded for mashing out of combos, but Lucas seems to be catching on to that. Whiffs deflect, gets thrown. Blog Day is in desperation, so they might be able to make a comeback here. But they're not really fishing for super confirms. He's not dead yet. Now he is. If there's still a pixel left in your health bar, you don't give up. Because it's only the last point of health that matters.
When I drop
Especially in this game, because it gives you unlimited meter while you're down to your last 25%. So you can do a ton more damage very consistently. Anyways.
Now where is Hawksnorf? Oh, he's in the lobby.
Yeah, up next we have Hawksnorf versus
Where's
Bobo
Bobo?
Glory. Please play your match. Oh, is he DQing himself? Oh, yeah.
I don't think Bobo can play.
Yeah, no, he DQs himself. So I'm just gonna go do that real quick. Alright. Up next, we have Ardan do Infinito versus
It's Samo Camo.
Samo Camo. This should be interesting. Also, we're not going to be watching Losers Round 1, so just go ahead and play that.
Oh, they're in.
Alright, names are backwards, but we have Hibiki Zantetsu. Alright, spoiler alert! Hibiki loses this matchup. Hard. But, to be fair, who below S tier doesn't? Anyways, the big thing here is Hibiki 5B has some incredible option coverage, but because it's so punishable on whiff, and actually loses a surprising number of trades in this matchup, you don't want to throw it out haphazardly, because one clean hit from Zantetsu is basically death, thanks to his 10-way Oki, and the fact that any hit leads to a full bar of meter thanks to Kunai OTG. Ooh, an interesting tech chase from Ardan right there, or Samo right there. Alright, Ardan going for some pretty basic pressure here. Gets the chip, gets the low, and Samo already taking round 1. Yeah, Yeti had to drop out of the tournament. Alright, Samo getting the stun and converts off of it to death. That is the power of Zantetsu, and Samo takes game 1. Alright, Ardan counterpicking Juzo of all things. A very interesting choice. I'd imagine JB is fairly difficult for Zantetsu to contest in a meaningful way, but just forcing the opponent to block his Zantetsu is already really rewarding, and Juzo can't really contest Zantetsu's pressure once he gets the game plan rolling, because jabs are super slow. Alright, blocks the slash. Still safe on block. Samo gets the stun off the cross-up and already kills. Getting a perfect as he does so.
Stun is so dirty.
Ardan gets crossed up, gets hit with OTG kunais. Some more. And there it is.
Did we get double?
Ardan did get stunned
no.
during that, but Samo immediately converted off of it, so he didn't really get much. Samo tries to go invisible, Ardan not letting it happen, and gets caught with an instant overhead for death.
You wanted that cheeky invisible kill.
He is known for those.
What a guy.
Okay, up next. We have Lightspeed Lucas versus Hawksnorf. Please play your match.
Alright.
Alright, so we're probably looking at Okaide Akari. It's a pretty interesting matchup. I'd have to say it's to Akari's favor. Yep. Power Okaide versus Power Akari. So the big thing is, Akari's Flash Kick is actually very good at circumventing Okaide's instant overheads. But Lightspeed Lucas getting the jump in there, drops the combo. And right there, Flash Kick, if Hawksnorf had meter, that would have led to a super, and that deals a ton of damage. And that's the biggest boon Akari has in this matchup, besides maybe the fact that in Power 2A trades favorably with basically everything and beats Okaide's 5A directly. Which is huge, because not a ton of things can do that. It's easily his best poke, so being able to contest is very important. Alright, Hawksnorf playing defensively, whiffs the JB, gets the low after. It's a flash kick, and converts a super. That's gonna kill. Yeah, Life Lead is gonna be very important in this matchup, because both these characters have some very strong zoning tools. The big difference, though, is that Akari's approach options are fairly strong compared to Okaide's. Ooh, gets the deflect. That's for breakfast. Blocks the flash kick, but gets caught with the second hit. Might not know how to fuzzy mash out of that. Alright, gets the fireball. And another flash kick. Doesn't convert to super. Lightspeed Lucas going for raw super out of desperation. Doesn't get it. Blocks the flash kick. Blocks the second hit. Gets the conversion. Gets the super and drops Oki. Hawksnorf will take... Oh, not quite. Drops the meaty fireball as well. Oh my god, Lucas on his last shred of life, not letting anything touch him. Gets the air, gets the roll, and Hawksnorf punishes on reaction. Hawksnorf takes game 1. Alright, Lucas counterpicking Hibiki. This is a much better matchup. Because Hibiki's got some very nasty cross-up shenanigans. Although Akari's flash kick still does cover... Okay, just anti-air 5B all game. That works too, because Akari's jump-ins aren't particularly high priority. They come out very fast. He's got a 1-frame jumping normal, but they have a really hard time contesting Hibiki's anti-air 5B, which forces Hibiki, or Akari to make more grounded approaches or try to zone her out. And since zoning can get you blown up like that, and also requires you to have life lead, it's not a very good situation to be in. And Hawksnorf going for a raw super. Lucas not having any of it, punishes it on block. I wonder if that was a misinput. Alright, goes for the jump in, whiffs it. Doesn't get the deflect. Hawksnorf playing very defensively here. Has a solid life lead so he can do so. Gets the throw. Anti-air fireball. Trades favorably with that jump in. And back to neutral. Lucas is in desperation though, so he can threaten SDM. Or just a ton of raw DMs like this. It's an incredible super, one of the best in the game. But not free, as Hawksnorf is demonstrating. Now putting himself on a match point. Alright, fairly risky fireballs here, but they're paying off. Ooh! Lightspeed Lucas with a very clean deflect. Hawksnorf getting punished pretty hard. It's anyone's game still. Lucas playing a bit more defensively now. Once again, fails to punish the flash kick. Hawksnorf now at chip range. All Lucas needs to do is land a 2-3-6, and that'll take it. JB will also work. Alright. Hawksnorf gets the throw. Very solid round start option. Lucas not laying up the pressure, but not getting a lot of conversions either. Which, to be fair, you can't really hit confirm Hibiki's JB unless you leave yourself somewhat unsafe with 4A. It still doesn't lead to much. But Lucas getting a ton of deflects this round, already taking it. Power Hibiki's deflects are actually pretty scary. Hawksnorf going for super, whiffs it. Gets the JB, doesn't get the crumple. Blocks the flash kick, gets a punish! I know he caught actually, I think he caught Hawksnorf pushing a button. Either way, big damage. Hawksnorf drops his conversion, and Lightspeed Lucas punishes with the next flash kick with a 5B, taking the set.
Yeah, I never knew if he was gonna do the follow-up or not. That was scary.
Yeah, you can actually fuzzy mash out of that.
Oh, good to know.
The timing's a bit weird, but if you practice it, you can get it down pretty consistently. Anyways, up next, we have Hawksnorf versus Dracula X. Please play your match. Yeah, it's very important to get Akari's flash kick super conversions down consistently, because most of her damage is going to come from the fact that she gets supers off anti-airs, which not a lot of characters can say. The 4B loop is also worth getting down consistently, but that's... You can do that in like 10 minutes. That's not hard at all.
I can do that.
I legit got a 5-rep loop on my first try. It's not hard at all.
They're in by the way.
Yep. Alright. So we have Kagami Akari. This should be a pretty interesting matchup. Once again, Akari's flash kick will prove invaluable, because Kagami wants to play in the air all game, and Akari's flash kick is very difficult to contest from the air. Even for Kagami. And I'm pretty sure it's active enough to actually cover dive kicks in most circumstances. Alright.
Punish? Oh, no, full punish. Gets us a confirm.
Alright, Drax got meter on deck, so his dive kick is pretty scary right now. I think he could kill off a dive kick conversion.
He's just a little short of desperation, though. Oh, now he's in.
Yeah, you definitely want to be careful about chipping the opponent when they're around 25, because it will... Oh my god! Dracula with the raw SDM! No respect!
No respect! Ah.
Alright, gets the air there. Gets got with an anti-air fireball. And Hawksnorf finally breaking out the command grabs. Akari's command grab is like that one tool everyone forgets, but it's actually pretty damn strong.
I get hit by every time someone uses it. But
yeah, it works surprisingly often just because Akari's toolkit is so huge, you forget that she has an actually decent command grab.
Guard cancel, but nothing out of it. Was it
Dracula going for a cheeky unblockable. Doesn't get it.
Air to air JA.
Dracula takes game 1.
A lot of jumping. A lot of jumping.
I mean, it makes sense. If you fade back and space around Akari's flash kick, there's not really anything she can do to contest JB. So if you have life lead, that's not a bad idea at all. Especially since if she whiffs a flash kick, you can just punish her with 2C, which leads to really good damage if you have the links down.
There's the punish. Oh, yeah, there's the punish.
And tick throw. Dracula's now on match point. And TR6C doesn't go for a tech chase after.
Super go for him, gets it.
Right, back to neutral. Hawksnorf has a very distinct life lead here. Gets the command throw.
This might be a comeback. He's just standing there.
Menacingly. Dracula jumps straight into an air... not an air fireball, a regular fireball from the air. But I'm not gonna try and finish that.
It's a fireball.
It is a fireball, yes.
He is just standing there. Oh my god. Wait. Oh no.
It looks like he might have controller issues.
Not again.
Not again.
Okay.
Alright, Hawksnorf throwing some really smart fireballs here. Tries to punch with flash kick, doesn't get it. Goes for another.
This time?
Bit of a lag spike, but immediately after the DM lands, so that's
Gets
not really
OPG
very
but not
consequential.
desperation. Oh, he has it. Yeah, that kills. Press one too many buttons. And Hawks drops out. Well played, Hawks.
Alright. Up next, We have Ardan do Infinito versus Blog Day. Alright, any second now.
Any second now.
You said something in the chat. I don't speak that language. Do you?
Of course. But I don't know what he means either. I think he's talking about the 5k warning message, but
Maybe.
Albedo doesn't have that.
I don't know. You already set fight, Cade. He's in. Yeah, that's probably what he was talking about. Alright.
Juzo
We
or
have
Hibiki?
Blog Day on Speed Yuki and Ardan on Power Juzo.
This is gonna be
I
tough
have
for you.
never seen this matchup in my life.
Me neither. But it sounds really tough.
Sounds really tough for Yuki, because I'm pretty sure Juzo JB can beat her DP. And Juzo doesn't really care about Yuki fireballs. That much is very obvious given his command run. That armor is going to be invaluable. Especially against
Yeah,
Speed
he's
Yuki,
just
because
jumping to
fireballs going to do less
fireballs right
damage.
He's just jumping to fireballs right now.
Not a bad idea. Probably just trying to get Yuki to stop throwing them so he can get some command grabs rolling. Ardan throwing out a lot of JBs and seems to be working, but just a little too early on the command throw. Blog Day punishing accordingly. Alright, finally gets command throw, converts to super.
Damage.
Not sure how I feel about the decision. Threatening
LTG.
threatening DM in neutral is probably not a bad idea in this matchup because Yuki's fireball loses to it so easily. And again, that's literally one of her two legitimately good tools. Another OTG run.
It is pretty funny.
It is. Ardan
Again,
teching into
jumping
JB
fireball.
very often. Blog Day catching on. Gets the throw. Both are in desperation.
Bad super riff, but not really a punish. Yes!
Yeah, Yuki Super's not something you want to throw out in neutral. It has a good disjoint, so you'd think it's great at first, but then you realize that because of the fact that it's a multi-hit, it's actually typically punishable even at max range if you get one of the early hits.
Bad timing on the throw.
I think you want an OTG run. But you can't get it at that range.
And... Nah, it doesn't kill.
Gets the OTG run regardless, and another JB to close out the...
It was a big ass JB. Could feel the weight on that.
Alright, gets the knockdown. Tries to start up a command run, but Blog Day not having any of it.
Well, he really likes run up throws.
Gets the command run again. I don't know if it's just a meme strat or if Ardan actually has some hidden Juzo tech with the OTG run.
It could be. I don't doubt it.
He hasn't been winning Oki surprisingly often. Maybe it gives you extra frame advantage or something? Alright, but Blog Day with these instant overheads. Suffocating Ardan. Good anti-air goes for Fandango. Doesn't quite get it. Ardan converting his command grab into super.
I don't know if the big lead right now.
Alright,
Does that kill?
command throw.
Nah.
It might if he goes for the good OTG, but he didn't. And stuffs a super. This is...
Again?
Actually, I think he stuffed a Fandango. Yuki doesn't have meter anymore. That's gonna be a problem.
One clutch round.
Round 3, and Yuki doesn't have meter to actually get conversions for speed chains.
Full bar. That's scary. Wait, he's just moving a lot. What is this? Hyperactive
I mean,
kid.
it's working. Juzo's not exactly known for his mobility. Although he does have, yeah, if the opponent starts getting too cheeky with their movement, you can just start throwing...
Ooh, trying to get?
You can just start throwing out the big ol' swings. I forget the notation of it.
Does that kill? Nah. The super sucks.
It really does. It can do really good damage if you land at point blank, but you never will because of pushback.
It doesn't have impact. Is that a cool super?
Alright, good take throw from Bologde.
Run of pro. Gets damage. Pretty cool.
Tries to bait the deflect, but just a little too slow in the reaction. Also, yeah, it does look like Juzo JB beats the light version of Yuki's DP. Oh, and that's the first crash of the tournament.
Time. Oh no, it's still in for me.
First spectator crash.
Balagde takes the first round.
Alright, Ardan going for some really risky jump-ins here, and it's paying off.
But he's not getting much out of JB.
Yeah, Juzo JB is an incredible
Super
normal.
spring.
Also, that raw DM is going to
That's
give him
it.
the damage he needs to take
Awesome
it with a
damage.
air-to-air JB.
And a trade.
Alright, good chain from Ardan. The really strong trait about speed characters that I don't see a lot of people talking about is that their auto combos are actually incredible anti-cancels just across the board.
Oh, Mr. Fandango.
Because they're actually relatively safe on block, can be chained into other normals if the opponent's getting cheeky with fuzzy guards. Oh! Damn, tech chase with the fireball, that's gonna take it.
Damn. Kind of fast. 2-1 for Balakte.
Alright, well. Up next, we have the Samo Camo versus Lightspeed Lucas.
Welp.
Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, speed auto combos, really good empty cancels. The overwhelming majority of them have incredible disjoints. They're all relatively safe, even at closer ranges. Doubly so because they can be canceled into the rest of your speed chain, which prevents people from just fuzzy guarding it and punishing, because you can frame trap them. And also they just whiff really quickly, so if you catch someone's extended hurt box, you're usually still at frame advantage. But anyways, now that these players are in speed, we've got Samo Camo on Power Shigen and Lightspeed Lucas on Power Hibiki. Samo spacing his anti-airs really well, not letting Hibiki air attack at all. Yeah, in this matchup, air attacking is not a very good idea because Shigen has some very easy ways to cover it on reaction. So unless you have a special movement option that's particularly difficult for Shigen to deal with, like a Zantetsu dive kick or a Kaide air fireball, you really just should not air attack at all. And Samo Camo closes it with a super confirm, taking round 1. Alright, good command throw. Gets the JC. Lucas needs to be a bit more aware of his braking animation, because Shigen's JC hits very far behind him and still has air-to-ground disjoint, which a lot of cross-up tools don't have access to, which is what makes it so strong. That and the fact that it's just so incredibly active that it can stuff 5B and still hit a crouching Hibiki. Alright, good deflect from Lightspeed right there. Goes with a 6B conversion. Gets the air deflect. Doesn't get the follow-up, but Samo's pushing buttons. Alright, another good take throw from Samo here. Gets the super conversion. And Lightspeed Lucas whiffing a DM. Samo not quite punishing to kill. And gets the throw after the next one, taking the game. Alright, no counter pick from Lucas. Alright, some good take throws from Samo. Samo once again proving that Shigen pressure is deceptively strong. Lucas can't really push buttons there because most of that was actually a frame trap, so Lucas has to fuzzy guard if he wants to get anything done. But fuzzy guarding against a character with a strong command grab is obviously a bit problematic. Because if you didn't know, in this game, if you fuzzy guard an opponent, if you guard an opponent's attack and then crouch, it reduces your block stun for whatever reason. No one knows exactly why, but it is a thing, and it's very important because basically everything in the game is technically unsafe on block. Alright. Lucas gains some jump-ins, gets the cross-up. Not really converting this into anything, but already taking 25%. Samo gained one clean hit, converting that into simple confirm. Gained just as much. Super confirm. It's now Samo's turn, and Lucas is stuck in the corner. Gets the deflect! Has a chance to get out. Does it! Ooh, whiffs the air-to-air. Samo punishing accordingly. And base the deflect in a beautiful fashion. Empty up throw. And that's going to take the round. Singles back on match point. Lucas playing a bit more defensively, poking out Shigen's stubbier normals. Although it's stubby by Shigen's standards, so it's not really saying much. Ooh, whiffed super. Samo failing to punish. But gets the super confirm after and closes it. Taking the match.
Yeah, I was deflecting way too much. Panic with the last round.
Yeah, Shigen scares you into doing that.
He's a big guy. I'm scared.
Alright, up next we have Dracula X versus Blog Day. Yeah. Low-key, even though most of Shigen's pressure's unsafe, it's absolutely terrifying just because he's got so many high-priority hitboxes that he's throwing on top of you.
Oh, is
And
Dracula
it
not
leads
in
to
the
so much
lobby?
damage.
Oh, Dracula is in the lobby.
He is. So now we just
Also,
gotta...
my match with Sema was best of 3, right?
Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah, because he
Shit,
can
no,
get
it
best of 5.
wasn't. It
It
was
wasn't?
not.
Ah, fuck.
We gotta go back.
I thought it was only finals.
It was in finals. Ah, we gotta
Shit.
go back. You guys aren't done with your
Okay.
set. I'm gonna ping them on Fightcade, maybe.
Balagde and Dracula are
Okay,
already
you know what?
playing.
You know what? Finish your set off screen.
Okay.
I'll cover this. My apologies.
Right,
This
good luck,
is
Lemon.
very bad practice, but you guys gotta finish your set before you have time to meditate on it. Anyways, we've got Drac on Kagami and Blogday on Speed Yuki. And there's losers finals, so it's best of 5. I didn't realize we were already in finals. Alright, Dracula getting some pretty clean hits here. Gets a fireball. Blogday's gotta be careful, he's in chip range for basically everything. And a 6B of all things closes it. Alright, Drac going for some air dares here. Good guard cancel. Gets the throw afterwards, and... Seems like they're having a bit of a connection issue right now. They're pretty distant, though, so I don't think it's anyone's fault. Alright, Drac gets the dive kick, doesn't do anything with it. Blogday throwing out a ton of fireballs. Ooh, Drac gets the guard cancel into dive kick conversion, and it kills! Drac takes game 1. Alright. Some air dares here. Blogday getting a good DP. Dracula respecting the frame trap and getting a reward as a result. Yeah, that's one of the big things about this matchup. Yuki's one actual mix is that frame trap, but the problem is it's actually punishable against Kagami with a full combo, so it's not a very favorable situation. I would argue power is actually the better option of the two in this case, because speed chains don't really lead to anything, and power still gets a ton of damage off deflects, so the Fandango is kind of redundant. But getting the extra damage off DP and also just generally more chip is very valuable. Alright, Dracula gets the low. Another 2C. Drops the link. Goes for it again. Drops it again. Goes for the full follow-up regardless. Gets another 2C. Drops it. Goes for a tick throw and drops that as well. Good DB from Belagde there. No tech. Ooh, and Belagde caught blocking low against the overhead. It's best of 3, guys. Yeah, they left. They're best of 5. Sorry, first of 3. I misspoke.
Yeah, that was 3-0 either way. Me and Samo.
Alright. I'm sorry that, I'm sorry that we didn't get to see that last game. Right? Yeah, that would be a game. Yeesh, Drax ping is really high to me. I wonder if he's on Wi-Fi.
Oh no.
Gonna have to check that after this. Because there's definitely some connection issues between the two. At first I thought it was distance, which looks like it might not be.
Wait, so they can connect again?
They should be able to. Oh, that wasn't actually Losers Finals. I am incredibly confused.
Don't worry, it's okay, it's fine.
I should probably take a break from these pretty soon. Started to make some really stupid mistakes.
It's alright, bro.
6 months, it's a good run. Anyways, up next. Let's watch
Dracula, right?
Dracula X versus Lightspeed Lucas.
Alright.
The true Losers Finals.
Best of 5.
Yes, this is best of 5. Alright. So, we have Lightspeed Lucas on Speed Moria and Dracula X on Power Kagami. I played Lucas's Moria just before the tournament, and he seems to have a pretty competent pocket, so let's see how this turns out. Don't quite have the loops down yet, but it should be enough to contest Kagami, because Moria's anti-airs are very good at covering Kagami's dive kick and JB, which is the... Oh, Dracula getting an unblockable flag here. And a very early dive kick to bait it out. That is the thing with Kagami. Even the characters that can cover the dive kick still... They still have to watch for when Kagami does it at the peak of his jump, which is reactable, but it will still beat a lot of anti-airs, but that's all it will beat, because the dive kick is very punishable on block, so it's very committal to do it that way. Alright, good dive kick from Dracula. Oh, that was an STM! Damn! SP Lucas already in his last leg. Dracula taking this back and gets the fireball. Drac takes game 1 in quite a convincing fashion. Alright, Lucas counterpicking power. Alright, good anti-air from Lucas there. Gets the jump in, doesn't convert off of it, gets the deflect after though. Goes into Rekka, drops the OTG, but manages to get a tick throw after. Not quite killing, Dracula getting the cross up. And a raw DP will potentially take this. Quite. And Dracula getting a little too greedy with his SDMs. Lucas not falling for it a second time. Drac trying to fuzzy guard. A lot of Moria's stuff becomes only unsafe once you fuzzy guard it, which is part of why he's so strong. Because you combine that with his very consistent lows and fairly underrated grab, and all of a sudden it becomes a lot harder to block a lot of his pressure. The big thing though is that his Rekkas can all be fuzzy mashed out of, and he's very close to you, so everyone gets damage. Ooh, good deflect from Dracula, but drops the conversion. Alright, Drac goes for the dive kick a little too high up to convert. Gets the wrong side. And an SDM will take the round. Oh no, that was a regular DM. My defense startup looks the same, it's just a matter of whether or not you get the cutscene and the slightly increased damage. Alright. Lucas whiffing a lot of anti-airs here, trying to cover things preemptively, which is not a very good idea against Kagami. Because he's very good at baiting it, and in many ways, thanks to his great dash-ins, his 2C, the fact that his dive kicks delay his approach, they don't actually speed it up, which should be obvious, but whatever. Alright, Lucas gained some really good Oki here, though. Blocks the SDM and punishes accordingly. Lucas takes game 2. Alright, Drac counter picking speed. Lucas not having any of it. Empty op throw right off the bat. It's a solid anti-air. Gets another one. Teleports in with block. Doesn't get the full punish off of the dive kick. Alright, Drac knows how to fuzzy mash out of Moria's Rekkas. It's very valuable in this matchup. Lucas seems pretty scared of double overheads here. Dracula gained a lot of 2Cs as a result. Good throw. 15 seconds left on the clock. Lucas has life lead. And Moria can absolutely hold it in this matchup. Good throw from Drac. Not quite gained life lead yet. Lucas anti-airs with a 4A and trades favorably with the DM. Actually taking the round. Alright, Drac barely whiffing jumping. Some pretty hefty trades here. Lucas finally getting the upper hand. Gets the Rekka, but Juggle Limit catches him. Lucas with some very clean anti-airs here, trying to get Dracula out of the air. Gets deflect. And Dracula going for a Fandango, potentially out of desperation, maybe misinput, whatever it was. Lucas catches it with BC.
Nah, that was 4B actually.
Oh. Oh yeah, you're in power. I'm a dum-dum. Dracula counter-picking Power Kaide. Alright, so I play one of the characters in this matchup, and it basically boils down to the fact that, a lot of Kaide's stuff whiffs fairly slowly and has hurtbox extension, so Moria can very easily punish it with teleports. But Power Moria's teleport is quite a bit weaker than Speed's, so Kaide can usually get away with a lot of shenanigans that he shouldn't be able to. But both of his fireballs are completely off limits. Alright, Drac just kind of standing there, and Lucas anti-airing with 4A. One really powerful thing Kaide has going for him, though, is that he can consistently punish Moria at any range, thanks to a combination of 4A, 5A, and his DP. And thanks to his pretty strong deflect conversions, you can get some really crazy stuff during Moria's otherwise safe frame traps. Alright, good deflect from Lucas there. Good DP. MP up throw from Lucas. That's going to put Drac in desperation. Now, in most matchups, Kaide is very... Oh my god! 5A into STM. We take those. Alright. Yeah, normally Kaide is very scary when he reaches desperation because his projectile super is a phenomenal anti-air if you've got a read, and puts the opponent back at Kaide's ideal range in most matchups. The problem, though, is that Moria in all modes can just teleport right through it and hit him with a full combo on reaction from any range. Same goes for his projectile STM, so really the only scary thing you have to watch out for are the... Ooh. Good poke, frame trap right there. But the only real things you have to worry about are the 6C conversions, the JB conversions, and the potential of an STM confirm, which can be scary. Lucas doesn't seem to know how to punish the projectile super on reaction, though, so Dracula's getting away with it pretty much for free, but Lucas manages to get a straight hit into Rekka.
Yeah,
I listed a lot of things to watch out for, but all of them are pretty weak in isolation. I should probably mention that.
Yeah, that was the game, right?
Yep, that was the set.
Okay. That's 3-2, right? Or 3-1?
I think it was 3-1. Doesn't really matter. Bottom line is you won.
Yeah.
Anyways, up next we have Samuel Cameron versus Lightspeed Lucas in Grand Finals.
Woohoo!
Alright, with the way double elimination formats work, Lucas, coming from losers, now has to win 2 sets as opposed to Samuel Camo's 1. And both will be best of 5. So, let's see how this goes. They're already in. Alright, Zantetsu Moria. This is a really common matchup in the Japanese scene, but I don't really see it too often here because we don't have a lot of very good Morias. But the bottom line is, Zantetsu can't really go in the air too often because Moria can cover both fadebacks and jump-ins quite easily because although Zantetsu's jump-ins are godlike, they have fairly weak air-to-ground priority. And the dive kick doesn't delay him enough to beat out a lot of Moria's more active anti-airs. Samo's still poking out Lucas very effectively, though. The other big thing is that kunais are unsafe at all ranges thanks to teleport conversions. Moria's loops do allow him to do comparable damage to Zantetsu while still getting decent Oki. Not Zantetsu level, but Zantetsu has arguably the best Oki in the game. Ooh, Sam with the stun! Gets the conversion! Drops it, though. Lucas still has another chance. Sam not quite in desperation. Doesn't get his instant overheads. Ooh! Ah, Lucas drops it, though. And Samo converts off the kunais. Samo takes game 1. Yeah, Samo's not playing around. Bringing out the Zantetsu this early. Alright, Luke's getting the deflect. Going for some pretty solid airs, but Samo catches the last anti-air attempt. Doesn't convert to a full combo, though. Samo puts himself in the corner. Lucas can do whatever he wants now, and micro dash anti-air. Very strong choice. Alright, good conversion from Lucas there. Good guard cancel from Samo, doesn't get the conversion. Still gets the dive kick. Lucas doing a really good job of dancing around these kunais, not even going into the air and giving Zantetsu what he wants. That's another thing Moria really has going for him, is that a lot of Zantetsu's hitboxes, although he does control the majority of the screen at any given time, he doesn't really do it with any one attack besides maybe his dashing slash. Which means that a really mobile character like Moria is super hard for him to pin down. Even though he has the potential to if you have a read at any given range. So if a Moria is playing smart and leaves himself unpredictable, it can be really hard for Zantetsu to actually get his game plan rolling compared to a lot of matchups. And Moria is easily the single most mobile character in the game thanks to his teleport cancels. Samo installing invisibility. Lucas going for some really bad pokes. So we're getting the tech chases, get the cross up, and OTG kunais afterwards. Alright. It's the anti-air slash. Lucas blocks the dive kick, but doesn't punish. Samo getting the guard cancel after. Doesn't get the full combo. Uses a full jump instead of a hop. Hops are actually kind of tight in this game. They're like a 5-frame window, and it's based on your joystick motion, so it's really awkward, especially in the middle of a combo. Alright, Lucas getting the 5A into Rekka, taking out Samo Camo and putting himself back on the map. Good empty up low from Samo right there. But drops his conversion. He just punches with the kunais. They're pretty even green on right now, but Samo manages to frame trap Lucas with American Reset. And Lucas's Rekka uncombos. Unfortunate, but he's still got a shred of life left, and that's the only one that matters. Ooh! Just a little too close to the corner to actually get around that kunai. I see what he's trying to do, though. I respect it. Oh, bit of flag spike to start. Both round start backdash. It's now Samo's turn for all eternity, and there it is. Gets the stun, and this could kill. Doesn't convert to death. Instead, baits the deflect with a dive kick. Gets the deflect, gets the full conversion. Almost gets his bar back. That's one of the strongest but most underspoken traits of Zantetsu. If you have the execution, you can straight up just get a bar of meter back from your guard cancel and still do like 50%. It is insane, just because he breaks the juggle limit so often. Ooh, and Samo Camo with a cross-up counter hit. Barely taking the round as a result. That closes the tournament. Alright.
Oh my bad. I thought there was one more. My bad.
Yeah,
It's gonna sound kind of pathetic, but I'm happy that I got a game off Samo. Those were fun matches.
Alright, well. That was the 22nd Let's Play 2 Weekly. That was a good showing. Hope to see y'all next week. And we're gonna be there. Alright. Have a good night, everyone.